Welcome back to my channel. It's freaking early. Good morning, besties. Welcome back to my channel. Let's have a day. It is currently 5:45 in the morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Alex. If you're new here, hi, I'm so happy you're here. Figured I'd take you guys through a little what I eat in a day. I like to take you guys through these just to show you some of my favorite healthy recipes, give you some tips and tricks on how to live a healthy but balanced lifestyle, show you some of my workouts, all that good stuff. It's currently 5:45 in the morning. We have a really exciting event workout to go to. If you guys know anything about me, you know that I am addicted to FORM by Sami Clarke. That's like literally how I got started on my health journey. It's what helped me heal my relationship with exercise. It's what helped me find the movement that feels good for my body. It's kind of how I got into social media in the first place. It's a whole long story. We can talk about that later. But they're doing a pop-up in New York right now. Also, sorry if I'm being quiet. My roommate and her boyfriend are still asleep and they have a normal 9 to 5, so I don't want to wake them up. Sorry, I had to adjust the angle a little bit. FORM is actually doing a pop-up in New York City this week. They had an influencer event yesterday where their new trainer hosted a workout and they were all there. I had work yesterday, so I couldn't go. And so I was talking to Sami Clarke, who's one of the founders. If you know, she's one of the two Sammys, and she's like, oh my god, but you still have to come, because I've been working with this team forever and I literally have never actually met them in person. So Sami Clarke was like, Alex, you have to come. Sami Clarke so graciously put me in the class anyways, so I get to go take Sami Clarke's workout class, hopefully finally meet the rest of the FORM team, check out their new space, their new studio. I'm so excited. Like I said, this is just so full circle. This team has been amazing. These workouts are amazing and I've been doing them for years. They got me through high school, they got me through COVID, they've gotten me through everything. I've been following Sami and her workouts literally since I was a junior, senior in high school. So really excited to finally take one in person today and take you guys along with me, show you everything I eat today, show you my movement. We'll do some chats, of course, show you some of my meal prep, like I said, give you all my tips and tricks. So let's get dressed. Ignore the stains on my shirt, but tip number one, especially for an early workout, if you struggle to work out in the mornings, one thing that makes life so much easier is laying out your workout clothes the night before. You don't have to think about it. You wake up, normally if I wasn't filming, I wake up, just immediately throw it on and brush my teeth and then get my day started. And I don't even have to think twice. I feel like half the effort is putting on your workout clothes. So I laid out this set, obviously from FORM. None of this is sponsored, by the way. It just happens to be an awesome, cool experience that I want to take you guys along with me. But laid out my workout clothes the night before so I don't even have to think about it. And now we're up and at 'em and I'm gonna get cute. Oh, this set is so cute. This top is so good. Obsessed. Okay, let's get ready for the morning. But you guys also know, first things first, no matter what, every single morning, keep a bottle of water or a big glass of water next to my bed so that when I wake up in the mornings, first thing I do is rehydrate. I literally drink at least 16 ounces of water before putting anything else in my body. Your body is so dehydrated when you sleep, especially if you're like me and you sometimes like TMI, but like sweat at night or whatever. So yeah, at least 16 ounces of, I like to do room temperature water just so it kind of digests better and doesn't feel terrifying going down. Non-negotiable every single morning. Keep the water next to your bed, that way when you wake up, you don't even have to think twice about it. Step number one. Those are my 2 tips so far. Wow, it's not even 6 a.m. and I've already given you 2 of my tips. Lay out your workout clothes and lay out your water. Can you tell I'm tired? Brush my teeth, wash my face, gonna do a little bit of skincare, but another morning non-negotiable for me is my morning supplements. Something that has also changed the game for me is, as everyone says, gut health, and I get asked a lot what type of supplements I take or what supplements I would recommend to people. The only supplement that I think everyone should be taking or people do need is a probiotic. I use this one from Sarah Martina. It's like a morning and night duo. This one's called Glow With Your Gut. You take it in the mornings. Not only does it have pre and probiotics, but also has vitamin C, so it's good for your skin, it's good for your gut health, for energy. It has a ton of amazing benefits. So I take these every single morning. I'm literally at the end of my bottle. I go through these like mad, but a good probiotic will absolutely change the game for you. I always take it on an empty stomach. When I started taking a probiotic, it was literally the first step into fixing my gut health, which led into fixing my relationship with food, my bloating, all that kind of stuff. I can go into like my gut health journey more if you guys are curious about that, because I feel like every health and fitness person has a gut health journey at this point. So if you want me to talk about it, let's talk about it. Now we'll get ready for my workout. This is the fit, but I wanted to show you guys. I've said it before, but I'm never starving in the mornings, but I do not like to work out on an empty stomach. I think it is just bad for a multitude of reasons. We can get into that. I'm rushing out, but I got these homemade protein bars from this company called Ambrosia Bars. They sent them to me. They're 15 grams of protein, 15 grams of fiber, all clean, amazing ingredients. And I have half of one in here. I take this with me on the walk. It's about a 30-minute walk, and I'm gonna eat this as I go just to give me a little bit of fuel and energy before the workout. So that is what I'm starting my day with. Something with whole food ingredients that's yummy and will fuel me. It's got carbs from the dates that it uses in it, and then it's got the fiber, it's got the fat, and it's got the protein. Let's head out and let's go do a workout that I've been doing online for years and years and years. Finally in person. So disgusting out. So if we get there and my hair looks atrocious, I don't want to talk about it. And just one more moment for this set because she's so good. Okay, let's actually go now because I'm running late. Literally could not be more disgusting out. I'm wearing a hat like this because my hair will frizz like a madman and it will not be tameable for the rest of the day. So how like foggy and eerie it is. I tried these bars yesterday, literally for the first time. She DM'd me on Instagram and was like, I make homemade protein bars, can I send you some? And I said, absolutely, love to promote them if I like them. And they're so dang good. I don't know exactly what she puts in them off the top of my head, but it just is so yummy. And I love that it's homemade. You can tell it's homemade. She even writes the name and the @ on the package. And they're so yummy and so clean and good for you. I love them and they're freaking delicious. At least we've got our emotional support bar. It is extremely humid outside today, so we are just gonna ignore whatever's going on up here. But I showered, I hung out at the pop-up for so long, just catching up with the girls. I've literally been talking to all of these girls for years, and we finally just met for the first time today. I had the best time. Me and the Samis like finally yapped it up. They're inspiring, they're amazing. I'm so proud of them, and I'm definitely gonna see them a few more times this weekend, which I'm so excited about. They also gave me a new set, and I bought these shorts. I'm standing on a stool so you can see them, but they're so cute. So I'm showered, I'm changed into some comfy clothes, and I'm starved. So let's make some breakfast. You guys saw there, they had a bunch of supplements, stuff from ProMix, stuff from another brand that I haven't tried, but I tried their aminos. They were really good. I put it in my bottle of water. The workout was fabulous. A little 30-minute strength. We did full body, and then I walked both ways to and from, just to give you a little update on my movement of the day. Now I'm starving, like I said, and it's time for breakfast, so I'm sorry. I promise all the recipes besides this one are gonna be new today, but I'm still on my protein bagel kick, so that's what we're making. I obviously have them prepped from earlier in the week. So I'm gonna make a little protein bagel, and then I'm gonna top it with my normal toppings, but I do have some Just Turkey deli slices. Deli slices sometimes freak me out because they can add some weird stuff into it, but I get one called Just Turkey. It's no added salt, no sulfites, none of the processed stuff, so I'm gonna add that on top as well for a little bit extra protein. So I'm gonna air fry this up, just give her a toast, cottage cheese, spinach, the whole vibe. You guys already know, and if you don't, you'll see. In the air fryer. Defrosting some of our chopped spinach. And of course a dance break while we wait. Okay, literally, I just microwave the frozen spinach and then I squeeze it out. It's so much easier than having to use fresh spinach and like saute it or eat it raw. So squeezing this out in the sink. Little spinach bundle. toasty protein bagel. And of course, the best cottage cheese. And last but not least, the Just Turkey. I get this at Wegmans, but I think like any grocery deli should be able to have it for you. I had them thinly slice it and they kind of just mangled it, so it's gonna be a little bit crumbly and not the most beautiful of slices, but that's okay. I'll taste the same anyways. Extra protein boost. And now spinach. Touch, of course, some everything bagel seasoning. Oh, so much better. I think it's like the garlic and the onion powder in here that makes me love it. Nice little high protein breakfast bagels. The bagels have protein and carbs, obviously, because they're made with flour. And then we've got the cottage cheese for healthy fats, healthy protein. We've got the turkey, we've got the spinach, fiber, micronutrients, protein, carbs, fats, the whole shebang. Perfect post-workout. And if you like a savory breakfast, this is for you. So good. Toasted her up perfectly today. Just for another little glimpse, you can see I already took a bite, obviously, but there's a little glimpse into breakfast for today. I was gonna originally make today a day in the life because obviously I took you with me all morning, but I honestly just have a lot of at-home work to do. I have a ton of edits to send in for brand deals and emails to respond to with my agents and laundry and all that kind of stuff. So it's mostly just gonna be what I eat in a day. If I go out and do more fun things, I'm gonna show you guys. But for now, I'm gonna sit on the couch, eat this up, and do some editing and work on my computer and phone. I just wanna give you a glimpse into my breakfast. I'll be sick of it. That day is not today. And if you are looking for this bagel recipe, I did post a full breakdown of me making them a few videos ago. It's super simple and easy and it's delicious. So you can go check that out if you are curious on how to make these bagels. Okay, so I actually just devoured that in approximately 4.5 minutes. So now it's coffee time because I know myself and I'm not gonna be able to start working unless I make coffee. So let's make some coffee. I literally don't even have windows in my kitchen. How can you hear it that well? As I was saying, my morning routine is a little bit boring and you guys have seen that a ton because I'm just in my morning routine groove, especially when it comes to my food and my coffee and whatever. But like I said, I swear my lunch, dinner, snack recipes, we've got some baked goods coming later. We've got all the good things. I have it all planned out for really yummy meals I'm making today. So stick around, stay tuned. It's gonna be great. But for now, it's coffee time. Nothing really that different than what you've seen before. It's just gonna be my Nespresso pods. I did get these pistachio Nespresso pods everyone's been talking about, pistachio vanilla. I tried it the other day. I do really like it, but I'm also torn because I also have these white chocolate strawberry ones. These were limited edition as well, and if you ask them at the store and they still have them in stock, they'll let you buy them. Maybe I'll save the strawberry for like a rainy day, even though today is rainy. And we'll stick with pistachio because I really love the strawberry ones and I am so sad that they're no longer in existence. Little life hack for the Nespressos. This is a double shot, but if you want a bigger cup of coffee, like I love a full mug of coffee, I just run it through twice and I don't find that it waters it down. And this one especially is big for iced coffee and I like my coffee hot. So I just run it through twice and it makes me a bigger cup of coffee. So there's your little life hack for Nespressos. At the same time, I'm just gonna froth up my almond milk. I'm gonna pour some cinnamon and then some maple syrup in there as well to kind of make like the cold foam on top of my hot coffee. Got our pistachio espresso and then our cinnamon maple cold foam, I guess you could call it. Pour that right on top. I'm out of my colostrum and my collagen. I'm honestly feeling a little bit weird about colostrum these days. I'm not gonna buy any more. Just been doing some research on colostrum and the ethics of it are definitely questionable. I know a lot of companies say that they are sourcing it ethically, but I just have my own personal concerns and gripes about it. So I'm gonna pause on the colostrum thing, but I'm also out of my collagen. So for now, we're just having a regular little almond milk, cinnamon, pistachio latte, whatever you wanna call it. No superfood latte today, but now, it's time to sit, sip, and actually get to work. I'm a little bit behind. Oh, okay. All right, let's lock in. All right, we have been grinding out work, submitted some brand deals, responded to emails, took some phone calls. Starving, let's make some lunch. Today, I'm gonna do a little kale saute bowl with turkey meatballs. I used to buy ground turkey all the time, especially when I was nursing and living in Boston, and ground chicken as well, just because it is such an easy protein. And I don't know why I stopped buying it and stopped using it, but I got it again this week and I've been loving making these turkey meatballs. So I just have it in my little plastic baggie because I like to separate my portions so that nothing goes bad. If I don't use it all this week, I'll freeze it. So I've been started making turkey meatballs and they've been turning out absolutely delicious. So yeah, gonna do that and then make like kind of a kale salad, but more like a kale saute. Because I like my kale massaged on the stove with olive oil, sea salt. It makes it softer and easier to digest and just yummier. Let's do that. We'll roast up some chickpeas as I always do. I'm so hungry. It's gonna be fabulous. For the turkey meatballs, I'm gonna keep it super simple. I will say earlier this week, I did spinach and feta in this as well. So I used some of the frozen spinach that I have and mixed it with feta cheese. But right now I'm just gonna kind of make it more of a normal spiced kind of meatball-y flavor, but those were really good as well. But they're really, really easy. You don't need breadcrumbs unless you want them, but like I don't use breadcrumbs, I don't use eggs. I keep it plain and simple just to make my life easier. That up with, you guys saw, paprika, garlic powder, chili powder, and sea salt, and now just kind of mixing it with my hands to make sure that the seasoning is throughout the whole thing. I think this is a 4 or 5 ounce portion, and it makes about 6 meatballs for me. I like to make them pretty small because it makes them easier to cook through without drying them out. So, show you the sizes. Like that big. Well, one literally takes actually seconds. I'll just put them in the bowl and then I'll set that aside and cook it on the stove in just a minute. I think one of these days in a video I'll have a good hair day. That day is not today. Will the day ever come? I hope, but don't expect much because this humidity and my apartment not having central AC and whatever, there's only so much we can do. It was straight. I straightened it last night. Would you believe that? I want to fix it, but my hands are all salmonella-y. We've got 6 little baby meatballs, and now I'm just gonna prep everything else before I cook those. Y'all know I love my air fried chickpeas, so just gonna toss those in the air fryer, crisp them up. These are my favorite crunchy topping, especially on salads and bowls, or also sometimes I'll just season them with whatever seasoning I want and eat them as like a crunchy afternoon snack. If you've never air fried your chickpeas before, try it and thank me later. You guys saw I stopped at Wegmans earlier. That was because I was completely out of kale and feta, and I like to top my bowl with feta, so using some fresh organic kale that I got this morning, if I can open it. Perfect. And then this will keep super simple, literally just saute it on the stove until it's soft and kind of sauteed, with some olive juice, some olive oil and sea salt, and maybe some like red wine vinegar. And I'm also gonna chop up some veggies to top on it as well. I'm also gonna make salmon bowls for dinner tonight, which I'm really excited about. I'm gonna make these like mango cucumber salmon bowls. I am gonna pull my salmon out of the freezer right now, cut exactly what I want, keep the rest frozen, and then defrost what I'm gonna use tonight. Unfortunately, the store did not have wild caught this day. I usually try to go for wild caught, especially at Trader Joe's. They always have the sockeye wild caught, but we do what we can, and you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. So I'm using fresh Atlantic salmon top loin. I don't know what the differences in the cuts are, but it looked like a good piece, so I'm gonna just cut some for tonight, if I can cut through it. Hoping I don't have to defrost this entire thing, because that'll be sad. We're making it work, one way or another. Back to Alex's lack of knife skills. In every video, somehow, I am on the brink of losing a finger. Wouldn't be one of my videos without it. Okay, we got them separated. Putting this side in the fridge and this side in the freezer. Now that everything else is all sorted out, we're gonna make our turkey meatballs. So I'm just gonna heat up some olive oil in a little saucepan. And once that gets hot, I'll put the meatballs in so that they can crisp up a little bit. I also like to add, show you guys, but I like to steam them a little bit with some bone broth or chicken stock or whatever you have. Water works too, but I love being able to add a little bit of extra flavor. So once this is hot, I'll put those in. I'll saute them up until they're like a little crispy on the sides and starting to brown, and then I'll toss them around. I'll cover it and pour the chicken broth in, and then cover it and kind of let it simmer so it cooks all the way through. Without fail, this always sets off my smoke alarm. I don't know why. Nothing will burn. There will literally be nothing burnt, and my smoke alarm somehow will always manage to go off. Stay tuned. Did I tell you guys or what? I need a minute. Don't try that at home. Sorry, Mom. Okay, I literally clicked the off button and it still kept going. So I couldn't show you, but we're back. Okay, now that those have clearly cooked enough, I'm gonna pour in just the last of this bone broth that I have into the pot so that they can steam and get cooked on the inside as well as the outside. I'm just gonna cover that up and let it sit for a while. While I do this, I'm also gonna make the kale, and then we'll touch base when it's time to assemble. I just used the meat thermometer. The meatballs have reached 165 internal temperature, which means they're completely ready. Kale is finishing up sauteing. I added some onions as well, so let's assemble. Oh, I love a plate bowl. Sauteed kale and onions going in. for a little extra healthy fat and flavor, of course, topping it with some feta cheese. And a little red wine vinegar on the kale for extra flavor. And voila, there we have a very nourishing, delicious, colorful, my mother's calling me, one sec. So if you can hear sounds outside, my window is now open because of the smoke alarm. Anyway, as I was saying, my colorful, nourishing, high protein, delicious looking lunch. If there's one thing about me, a colorful meal will get me every single time. I think the firefighters want some too. I'm overstimulated. Let's freaking eat. Just want to show one more view of this beautiful lunch before we sit down to eat. All right, time to eat up. I am gonna go call my mom back, but want to do a little taste test on camera. Oh, you can also see the little sneak peek of the poppy that I bought for later. Surprise teaser, I'm gonna be having a poppy later. Anyway. Y'all know I love a nourishing, hearty, salady lunch, but we don't play around with boring salads out here. We make sure that they are absolutely fueling and delicious and make me happy. All right, gonna go eat this, and the next time you guys see me, we'll probably be back in the tiny but mighty kitchen. So, catch y'all then. We're back. Told you it would be tiny but mighty kitchen. Now I actually have to film a brand deal for this company, Supergut. Basically is like a gut health probiotic mix that you can bake, you can put into your coffee, you can put it into anything, and you guys know me and my probiotic. So I'm working with them. This is the Supergut GLP-1 booster. I do not like the name GLP-1 and I did all my research. Basically, GLP-1 has a bad rep right now because it makes it sound like it's some sort of Ozempic-y thing, but GLP-1 is basically just a hormone that your body naturally produces, which is what Ozempic kind of mimics. So this has nothing to do with Ozempic. It's a poor name. I do not like the name of it because I think it gives poor messaging. What this literally is a fiber and probiotic supplement. So why I brought you guys with me is because I have to make a TikTok with it, and I'm actually gonna bake some banana bread using this. I make a 5-ingredient banana bread. It is so good. It's high in protein, and now it's gonna be high in fiber and gut boosting benefits. So I have to film that for a TikTok. I'm gonna try to figure out how I can like do both, because my TikTok has to be only 30 seconds long, and obviously I'd rather do like a full gist with you guys. So I might film the TikTok, show you guys what I'm doing, cutting out the voice because you are not allowed to watch me film a TikTok. That is cringy as hell. And then I'll fill you guys in on what's in the batter and how I made it. So this is my favorite thing. My banana bread is my pride and joy. I've been making it since COVID and it is delicious and so easy to make. So let's jump right into it. First things first, preheating the oven to 350. Okay, I guess I can kind of do this both because I'm gonna do a voiceover for TikTok. But first, into a bowl, you're gonna add 3 bananas. Sorry if I'm like not looking at you guys or talking to you guys. This is a little bit complicated trying to do both of these. Next, I'm gonna add the Supergut supplement just as a little extra gut health boost. Next ingredient is 2 eggs. I think I wanna move you guys down actually. Also, if you guys wanna know how I film cooking TikToks, this is literally my setup. This looks crazy, I know, but I pull out this desk and then I put my phone on my mirror, literally just in the middle of my kitchen. But it looks good. You wouldn't be able to tell that this is a crazy setup. So there's your little sneak peek into my life. Next ingredient is about 1/3 of a cup of an all natural peanut butter. I just use this one. The only ingredient is peanuts. I like crunchy because it adds a nice little like nutty texture, but use whatever you want. Always gotta lick the spoon with the peanut butter. Also, the riper the bananas are, the sweeter it'll be. So if your bananas aren't super ripe yet, you can either add like maple syrup or honey or sugar, or just wait till they ripen and it'll be naturally way sweeter. Next, I add in some Pro Mix protein powder. This ups the protein and also gives it that like more floury consistency. Also totally optional, but I like to add in a splash of vanilla and some sea salt to bring out the flavor as well. Last and most key ingredient is about a teaspoon of baking soda or baking powder. Once you've got all your ingredients combined, you're gonna wanna just mix it up really well. If you have a hand mixer, that honestly works a lot better. I do not, so I just go in and get a little extra arm workout for the day. Yeah, I'm struggling with this today. A hand mixer and riper bananas probably would have been kinder to me, but gotta do what you gotta do in the tiny but mighty kitchen. You guys know the vibes. We make it work around here. Also totally optional, which I do sometimes, is add chocolate chips into this. Debating if I want to do that or not, but I actually don't have chocolate chips and I don't feel like going to the store. But you can add chocolate chips, walnuts, pecans, whatever you want to add in here. You can see it's like becoming total banana bread batter. Okay, now I'm going to take my bread loaf and I'm going to grease it with some butter. You can also use like parchment paper if you have that, or grease it with olive oil or whatever you grease things with. Gonna kind of rub her all around. Listen, I know people are weird about batter and eggs. I'm always lick the bowl, lick the fork. This is damn good. So now, obviously, you're gonna wanna pour it into the tin. I just tossed it in the oven. It'll stay in there for probably like 20 minutes. And then to test it, I always just like poke a fork or knife in it and see if it comes out clean. You guys know the trick. While I wait for that to bake, I forgot that I got these St. James iced teas at the FORM event today. I've been seeing them everywhere and I've yet to try it. So I'm gonna sip on this, if I can open it. I feel like I'm gonna hate myself while editing this video today because I've just decided not to cut the cameras at all and just keep it running. And I know my footage is gonna be like 5 hours for me to edit later. Yay, sorry future me. Oh my God. Jesus, they make these things. Hold on. Got her open, had to bring out the knife. But this is a blood orange hibiscus flavor. It's 0 sugar, organic brewed tea. It's flavored black tea, and it's all amazing ingredients. Ooh, that's good. It's not sweet at all, which I love because it doesn't taste like they're using like fake sugars or aspartame or whatever. It's really good. Sipping on this while I wait for the banana bread to finish baking. Y'all, I think the banana bread is officially ready and it might just be my best batch yet. Oh my God, she's stunning. Guys, look at this. Are you kidding? Wait, hold up. This is absolutely everything and more. Hold on. I'm not kidding. I literally think this is my best batch yet. It is amazing. I feel like I need to crack in and just try a little nibble right now. I'm not super hungry, but can't have fresh banana bread and not try a slice. So I cut into a little bit now that it's cooled a tad, and then I'm definitely gonna eat some of this more later. It's so good too because like obviously with the protein and the fiber and everything in it, you eat it as an afternoon snack. I use it for like morning pre-workout sometimes. It's just so freaking good. Oh my God, and my apartment smells. Are you kidding? You're telling me this is healthy? I mean, outdone myself with this one. Look at like how plush. Can you see the steam coming off of it too? I'm magic. Okay, I'm like actually not hungry and I don't want to stuff myself to the brim with this, but I'm gonna put that away. We'll definitely be going back for it later, probably as an afternoon snack and a post-dinner snack, but we'll see. For now, I just have some more stuff to do around the house, so see you next time it's time to eat again. Wow, I really crushed that this time. Gotta give credit where credit's due. Martha Stewart who? We're back in the kitchen. I am freaking exhausted today. I don't know if I explained it. Obviously, I woke up at like 5:30 this morning, but for some reason I had the most anxiety while sleeping last night that I was gonna sleep through my alarm. So I was literally up like every single 20 minutes until probably 4:45 or 5 a.m. And at that point I was just like, all right, I'm not even gonna try to go back to sleep. I'm just up now. So I'm freaking exhausted today and staring at screens hasn't been helping a ton, but that's okay. We got our movement in. We got some long walks to and from the workout, but I'll probably go for a little stroll after dinner. One thing I do love to do, a little health tip of mine, is I love to go for walks after I eat. They say, and I feel it, even like 10 minutes of just like a digestion walk. I was doing that so much during COVID, and that's where I really discovered my love for walking after meals. When it was just like you're going stir crazy, there's not a whole lot to do, you know you're not gonna go out that night. My family and I would take a walk every single night. It was nice because I lived in Florida, so like the heat was breaking a little bit, and we just did it after dinner every night. It was a part of the routine, and I felt like I just slept so much better. Food settled in my stomach better. I just felt all over better. So I do like to try to go for walks after meals when I can. I would have gone for a walk after lunch today, but it was raining and I wanted to do my banana bread baking. So I'll probably go for a little fresh air walk after dinner tonight, hopefully if the weather holds up. For now, I'm gonna make an afternoon snack. I think I'm just gonna keep it plain and simple and make a Greek yogurt bowl, just because I'm kind of craving my homemade granola and it's got all the good things and it just sounds yummy and sweet and comforting. Love, love, love. Here's one of my favorite toppings in my Greek yogurt. Frozen wild blueberries, because they're like teeny tiny, and also they have more antioxidants and vitamins and minerals than regular blueberries, and they're so cheap at Trader Joe's. I also like to do sometimes frozen Japanese sweet potato in my bowls. I actually might do that now. I'm gonna roast up a Japanese sweet potato for dinner, but I have this in my fridge anyways, and a little extra Japanese sweet potato never hurt anybody. So I literally just boil Japanese sweet potatoes and freeze them because, not boil, oh my God. Bake, not boil, I bake them and then I freeze them because they just turn out like this candy, yummy, nutty texture. I'm gonna chop this up, throw that in my bowl as well, and then top it with my homemade granola. And of course, we can't go a day without some of my granola because it is just that good. Favorite parts about a yogurt bowl is all the different textures in it, and that's just why I add so many random things. It's perfect. All right, well I'm gonna eat this while while I continue to do more boring computer stuff. We'll see if this holds me over till dinner. Do you guys like these videos that are more just like isolated in their own thing? Or do you prefer when I do like a full day in my life, or a day in my life and what I eat in a day, or just a week in my life, but I don't show as many meals? Or do you like kind of the separation of, okay, I can do a what I eat in a day video, and then next week I can do a day in my life, and the next week I can do a week, and then, does that make sense? You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, also, while I'm eating my yogurt bowl, I do have something to chat about. One of the things I'm planning this week is my follow-up coffee walk, because I know last video I took a minute off posting because I had a crazy week. But my last video, I talked about my first coffee and walk little group get-together that I was hosting, and it ended up happening and it went so well. We had about 10 or 15 people show up. I gave everyone goodie bags. We got coffee. We walked the West Side Highway. It was the best time. I got to chat with everyone. We probably walked for about an hour, and I got so much time to literally talk to every single person, which was amazing. I was so happy. So many people came alone too, which I was astounded by. I thought it was so impressive because that is not easy to do, to just get up in New York City, travel somewhere by yourself and go to this group hangout like completely alone, not knowing what's going on, especially for the first one. So if you were there, I love you. I'm so glad we got to meet. And if you weren't and you want to be at the next one, I'm hosting another one this week, and then they'll be in the weeks to follow, but it went really well. I'm just so grateful for this community and so many amazing people, guys and girls, who showed up, got a coffee, wanted to better themselves, wanted to make new friends in a big scary city. And kudos to you if you did come, and if you don't live in New York, maybe we can make it happen some other time somewhere else. But I'm really excited to see how this week goes. That's my little update. Okay, it's like 5:45 and I'm going stir crazy, so we're going for a walk now. I've submitted so many brand deals, I've done so much editing. All I've done is like can't even speak English. All I've been doing is sitting on the couch staring at screens, so let's go get some fresh air immediately. Gross out anyways, but we need it. As you can see, I cannot really be bothered to change in and out of outfits very much today, so this is what we're working with. This fresh air is going to be much needed though. Rocking the dad fit today. Okay, let's go get some air. I am back. I just went for a walk for probably close to an hour, and it was healing. The sun was out for the first time in weeks, and I just needed it. Talked on the phone with my mom for a while, caught up with Jack, so it was just refreshing and healing. I showered, I'm back in my PJs and my cozy clothes, I guess you could call it, and now it's time to cook dinner. Like I said, we are making salmon bowls. I'm gonna do a little salmon, mango, cucumber edamame bowl. I'm really excited. It's gonna be so simple and easy. Your mind is gonna be blown. First things first, the one thing that takes the longest is roasting up the Japanese sweet potato. So I'm gonna pull that out, cut it into cubes, and roast it in the oven. I'm also gonna add some avocado into this bowl. I'm gonna air fry up some salmon bites, and it's gonna be absolutely delicious. I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's gonna be delicious, nutritious, beautiful, colorful, all the good things. So let's just jump right into it. Some olive oil and some sea salt. You're gonna bake in the oven on 400 for maybe about 30 minutes or until golden brown and soft. While that's in there, I'm gonna prep the salmon and start the marinade for that. By marinade, I basically mean the lemon juice and spices. A lot of people end up removing the skin from the salmon, but honestly, if you like it and if you can stand it, I love it. I think it's really crispy and adds a nice flavor, but it's also really high in healthy fats and omega-3s. A ton of micronutrients and vitamins come from the skin, so if you can tolerate the skin, you don't have to remove it. Little pro tip. Especially if you cook it as like a whole filet on the pan, it becomes crispy, and I just think it's so yummy. Adding some lemon juice. Honestly, I like keeping my salmon really simple. I don't like when it's overly flavored. I think that just some lemon juice, garlic, and salt makes it absolutely perfect. So that's exactly what we're doing. So lemon juice, garlic powder, and a little bit more sea salt. Salmon, especially when it's diced like this, does not take long to cook. I cook it in the air fryer. It'll probably only take like 10 minutes max. So I'm just gonna let this kind of marinate while the sweet potatoes start to cook, and the rest of the stuff is really simple and easy. I'm gonna add some like edamame cauliflower fried rice into it, but other than that, it's just mango, cucumber, avocado, nothing else to cook. So we will sit and let this marinate, and I'll touch base when it's time to start cooking and assembling. Literally that simple and easy. And you're gonna be astounded by how beautiful and perfect this looks, because sometimes I think my meals are gonna turn out pretty and they don't. Exhibit A, my stuffed acorn squash that you guys saw a few weeks ago. We don't talk about that day. A little hack for you for dicing up mango. You use the side of a cup. As much as I miss squash season, so happy tropical fruit season's back. Wow, that's good. Like I said, I'm also gonna make, great catch. Like I said, I'm also gonna make like a little edamame cauliflower fried rice type thing. I only have a little bit of cauliflower rice left, so I just wanna use it up. And then I have some edamame in a shell from Trader Joe's that are frozen, so I'll just microwave these and then pop them out of their shell so I can saute it up with the cauliflower rice. I don't know if y'all know how high in protein edamame are. This whole bag, which was filled to the brim, has 18 grams of protein, 220 calories, 26 grams of carbs, 18 grams of protein. So if you ever need like a random salty snack, edamame, people, don't sleep on it. I'm gonna defrost this.
Do you reserve some meat?
Only the most massive cucumber to ever exist. A good one though. She's a beaut. I'm just waiting on the salmon, which I'll throw in about now. I'm gonna put it in the air fryer on about 375 to 400 and just keep an eye on it for like probably 10 minutes. And then the sweet potatoes are obviously in the oven. Then I'll make the cauliflower rice and then we're ready to go. Here's how we're looking. I should have made pickled red onions. I do have kimchi, or I'll just do raw red onions and kind of make it poke bowl-ish. I feel like that's the direction this is gonna end up going. TBD. Or maybe I'll do both, who knows. Everything is cooked and ready, and now we assemble. I'm so excited for this dinner. It's something different than I normally make. I feel like when I make salmon, I typically just do some salmon, some potatoes on the side, and some roasted veggies. This time, we're making it a little fun. We're spicing her up a bit. So, first things first, we've got our little cauliflower rice base. I'm gonna move some stuff out the way. Cauliflower, edamame, and then I threw a little bit of red onion in there. Gorgeous. Next up, we have our roasted Japanese sweet potato. I freaking love Japanese sweet potatoes so much. I don't think I'll ever be sick of them. I get sick of white potatoes and regular sweet potatoes so fast, and these, they do it for me every time. Now, we will throw in our plate of toppings. Go with some cucumber. Oh, I really wish I had pickled these red onions, but red onions, mango, avocado, and of course, the most important part is our air fried salmon. This took a little under 8 minutes in the air fryer on 375. Obviously, if you're cooking the whole filet, it'll take longer to cook through, but because these were just little chunks, it was super quick and easy. I also feel like if you like sriracha or something like that, or sriracha mayo, that would be really good on this. I don't have any, and I also am not a huge fan of spice, but I am gonna add some kimchi for a little extra flavor and some gut health benefits per usual. There. Ooh, maybe I'll sprinkle some bagel seasoning on top. Ooh, I forgot I have this furikake seasoning, so I'm gonna sprinkle that on top. You could also make this like an Asian marinade. That came out really fast. I could have marinated this in like soy sauce and tamari and sesame oil, but I just like it plain and simple, and sometimes too much sodium doesn't agree with my stomach very well. So this is what we're working with. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. Poke bowl hack, almost. Oh, hell yeah. Obviously, we're gonna go look in the better light. Hold on. I know this lighting's not the cutest, but between my turkey meatballs, between my banana bread and this, I've really outdone myself today, y'all. I mean, look at her. I told y'all, a colorful meal is 100,000% the way to my heart. And if this isn't the most colorful, nutritious meal, oh, I'm obsessed. The healthy fats in the salmon are just undeniable, of course, from the avocado as well. We have so much fiber. We've got carbs from the sweet potatoes and the mango. We've got micronutrients, macronutrients, protein, carbs, fats, fiber, color. I just love myself for this today. I love the days that, I hate the days that I'm stuck on a computer all day and staring at a screen, but I love the days that I'm home all day long so I can actually like prep stuff like this and know that I'll have time to sit down and really make a legit meal rather than just throwing around ingredients like I normally do, but I'm so excited about this. All right, let's go eat. Cheers, y'all. Let's see if I actually outdid myself the way that I think I did. Yep. Sorry, I'm like tooting my own horn out the wazoo right now, but I give credit where credit's due sometimes. And when you're only cooking for one, it's really sad when no one's like, wow, Alex, this meal's great. So you know what? I'll do it for myself. Can you tell I've been home alone for too long? George has been out every night of the week with work. So I've been going a little bit stir crazy, if you can't tell. Gonna eat this, chill, drink some more water, eat nice and slow, because I do have a habit of scarfing my dinner down and then being like, okay, now what? But gonna eat slow, enjoy it, and catch up with y'all in a bit. You guys have to make this recipe. It was so easy. Oh, also, I told y'all it was coming. You saw it. You knew it was coming, and you knew it was gonna be in a wine glass, because what is a Thursday night evening bevy if it's not wine? Not in a wine glass. We'll go with that made sense. I don't know if this is a what I drink in a day too. I never know if I should include my drinks in my what I eat in a day, especially if they're just like that iced tea from earlier and a poppy, but I don't know. Cheers. That's all I have to say about that. This is gonna hold over my sweet tooth for a little while longer, and then sweet treat o'clock will be hitting. I really wanted to go to Culture tonight. You guys know it's my favorite Greek yogurt froyo in the city. It is like a 30-minute walk, and I didn't want to go alone, and everyone I texted is either busy or, yeah, everyone I texted is busy and can't go to Culture with me. So I decided to be good and save my money, and I'll probably just eat my banana bread and a yasso bar later. Or one, or both. I don't know yet. For now, we're sticking with the poppy. We'll worry about that later. See what I'm feeling. Cheers. All right, y'all, purple light will become red light is on. I am in bed. I did finish that piece of banana bread that I snacked on earlier when I made it. I finished that, and now one thing about me is I have a bad habit of eating in bed, especially a sweet treat, like before I go to bed. I know it's not good for my sleep. I know it's bad for my digestion, but we all have our vices, right? So I'm sitting in bed, I'm exhausted. I've got my peanut butter chip yasso bar that I'm about to eat. But for now, I just want to check in. This is probably gonna be the end of the video. And then after I eat my yasso bar and I'm ready to like officially wind down, I'm gonna take my evening supplements, which is my Let Me Sleep, which you guys know I love. And then also, as you saw, I took the Glow With Your Gut this morning, and I will be taking the Rest and Digest by Sarah and Martina this evening. I take that every night. I've been doing that for over a year now. But this is your reminder to never compare my day of eats with your own. Every day looks so different. I can't even tell you. Like the other night I was out to dinner and I was eating steak and pasta and wine and all the good things. Today was an exceptionally more healthy day because I like to be able to nourish my body when I'm home and have the ability to, so that way when I go out I don't have to think twice about enjoying myself, and it just makes me feel good inside and out. But remember, everybody has different needs, everybody has different days, different cravings, whatever it is. Just make sure you're nourishing yourself and that you fuel your body to feel your best. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of this video, and if you want more, like I said, just kind of snapshot what I eat in a day videos like this one, or if you prefer the full day in my life. This was a little combo, but I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry there wasn't one for a little while, but I promise I will be back. Editing, as I've always said, just takes me forever, but I'll stop yapping now because it's time for me to wind down. Love you guys so much, and always remember, it's not healthy if it's not bringing you joy. Love you guys so much. I will see you so soon. Hopefully next week. Bye, guys.